Go.
We back?
And sure will.
Give me some applause.
We need to take another toast.
Take another toast. All right, one more toast for the Grove. Kavina, bring us in. Kavina, bring us back in.
Never above you, never below you, always by your side.
Always on your side in the Cut Live, man. Hey, welcome back. We back with a new guest. We have Mr. Cut by James in the building. What's happening, man? Hey, welcome to the set, my guy. Thank you for joining us today, man. What brings you here tonight?
Tell us about you.
The invite.
Tell us about yourself. What do you do? Where you from?
I'm Cut by James. I'm from San Diego, California. Born and raised. I'm a native. I moved out of San Diego for about 9 years. I lived in Las Vegas and Virginia, but I've been back home for about 5 years now. I'm an entrepreneur. A lot of people know of me but don't know me. I'm a celebrity stylist.
That's what's up.
I have a hair extension line called Hair Mayor Extensions, and I have a consulting company called Hair Mayor Business.
Okay.
So that's what I do in San Diego.
Man,
I'm intrigued. I ain't gonna lie,
Hey, shout out to the business. So you came out with us today, man. We see we got a room full of people. You probably don't know most of us or whatever like that.
It's okay.
You consider yourself an introvert? You're an introvert or extrovert?
I'm not an introvert at all.
Not at all.
No.
Yeah.
I'm an Aquarius.
You're an Aquarius.
Yeah, Megan Thee Stallion. Miami.
I love Aquarius.
Hey, so I ain't really hip on the signs. So what is Aquarius like? What is y'all like traits? You know what I'm
I don't know nothing about zodiac signs. I know me.
Period.
You know what I'm saying?
When's your birthday though?
My birthday's February 1st.
Okay. So you just had one not too long ago.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm a lover.
Okay.
I'm a nurturer. I'm a little moody.
Little crying. You cry a little bit? Like, Aquarius be crying or sad?
I'm not sad or crying or anything like that.
Are you laid back?
I'm super laid back. I'm super chill.
My grandma's Aquarius.
He's just making up stuff.
Don't you love her?
I love her.
Period.
Because y'all beat people. I'm
Yeah.
saying that.
My grandma beat every husband she had.
I'm not a beater.
My grandma was an Aquarius too.
Yeah.
She beat her.
She was the sweetest lady ever.
Oh,
Sweetest.
My grandma's sweet, but she beat her husband.
She got hands.
Yeah, she definitely had.
Because she could.
If she needs to.
Aquarius could cook.
Yeah, she good.
She
We
could.
could cook
Hey,
with
so
our
just
eyes
now
closed.
you came in, man. You came in with gifts, Brody. Like I wish
Yeah.
we could have a camera over there to see all the shit you brought in.
It's
It was some
gone
beautiful
now.
desserts. Where'd you get them from? Like tell us about all this.
So the desserts came from my girl Shauna, Cater to You Sweets.
Okay.
She hooked y'all up with some strawberry shortcake, cheesecake stuffed strawberries,
Oh, yeah.
Oreo strawberries, cake pops, cake.
Dip strawberries.
everything.
You know what I'm
Everything.
saying?
And guess what's over there? Nothing.
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 Right.
Not nothing.
We ate it all.
Cause y'all hungry.
Strawberries.
Inside
Right.
the strawberry.
Inside the
That's
strawberries.
Tinte.
That was my first time having cake pop.
She's good. She's my baker.
Stuffed strawberries.
So
Say what about her?
So I know when you came on, you named off a lot of the things that you do. Like,
Yeah.
what do you consider? Like, if you had to give yourself a title, if you had a card, what would be your title on your
I
card?
am a entrepreneur. So when people meet me, right, I
Right.
gave y'all the extended version. I'll just say I'm a hairstylist.
Okay, got you.
That's your
Yeah.
primary.
Yeah.
That's your primary.
Because I feel like we shouldn't be going into like I do. Like I'm in the hair industry.
yeah.
That's it.
I have a question. I know
up?
we got a
Go ahead,
line
go
of
ahead.
questions, but I do want to know because personally, I think my mind is worth a lot of money. So I
Yeah.
want to be a business consultant at some point.
It's very knowledgeable.
But I want to ask you: are you just a business consultant for hair in the hair industry, or just everything?
No, absolutely not. The title, the name of my company is Hair Mayor Business.
Right.
But we work with various companies. Matter of fact, not one of my clients are
Hair
in
industry.
No.
Right.
no.
Okay.
We're it's
Just so
everything, apparel, cannabis, the whole nine. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, the
So what we
Caught
do,
my attention fast.
yeah. So what my consulting company do is we help businesses grow their brand. You
Yes,
get what I'm
yes.
saying? So if you're starting a business, if you currently have a business and you kind of want to revamp it, press the reset button or whatever on it, me and my team, not just me alone, as far
Yeah.
as the consulting
Okay,
company,
okay.
we're the ones that help you grow your businesses, everything from the legal aspect, marketing aspect, tax aspect, the whole nine. Like we start with my clients are contracted with me for a minimum 12 months.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a
And
good
so,
idea.
yeah, it is. And so we work with them literally from from A to Z.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And we
Okay.
carry them. We build a great relationship with them. It's amazing. It's a feeling.
And I'm gonna tell you what's crazy, because we talk about always, supporting black business and everything like that. But we want to talk about the ins and outs of the things we need, and that's one thing we really do need is somebody to know how to push things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I also feel like same thing goes to digital marketing and like digital social media stuff. Like we need people to learn how to push us so we can learn how to. We was just talking about selling ourselves earlier.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a big deal. So if you could start a new business venture, so you do a lot of stuff. If you could start one tomorrow, right now, and you had the capital to do so, what business would it be?
That's a good question. I mean, I kind of a restaurant.
A restaurant.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can cook?
Yeah, I
Like
could
cook like that. Cook.
My daddy from the SIP.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Oh
from
yeah.
Mississippi.
Oh yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I could cook. I ain't use a measuring cup, timer, or anything, and I couldn't even tell you when. But I was like the kid on the crate.
Right.
Yeah.
Like in the
Yeah.
kitchen.
I know what you
You know
mean.
what I mean? Cooking like teenager, like kitchen steamed up, like toe up, like. But I could cook.
Big
I
fact.
could cook, yeah.
And
I
sitting,
open another barbershop.
you open another barbershop?
I would
in
never
the
open a
cut.
salon.
In the he said in the other cut.
No, that part.
Hair currency.
I would never
Instead of
turn over.
Hairxcash. Sitting next to you right now is Miss Hairxcash, by the way, and I really love your business mind as well.
Yes.
Shout out to Hairxcash.
So this is our first time meeting. We know
That's
each
crazy.
other
Yes,
via
this is our
social
first time
media.
meeting, yeah.
okay.
Okay.
And this y'all first time face to face?
Yes, and so like we've seen each other maybe over like a year or over a couple years. Or
I think when I was pregnant, so that was
Wait,
over.
we
2
did
years ago.
the Don't Rush challenge.
Oh yeah, we
When
did.
was that?
That was like
That's
2
when we
years ago.
met.
Yeah.
That's deep.
Like during the pandemic. It was like right when the pandemic started.
No rush.
That's good shit.
And you was in it too.
Yeah.
We did a Don't Rush challenge. That's how I met these
All the
That's dope
stylists.
though.
via social media.
Okay.
This is when the pandemic started.
Yeah.
So here we
in the
are.
So
beginning.
this y'all first time meeting in person?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the dopest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, we're glad we can make y'all come together
Yeah,
like butt cheeks,
yeah.
man. Y'all in here with us today.
butt
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we didn't brought y'all together up in here. Hey, I want to ask you the question though, because I love your business mind, like I said. So, like, if you could have the capital to start any business venture tomorrow, like, what business would it be?
Salon Suites.
Salon
Yes.
Suites. Can you break that down?
That's
for
where
me?
the money's at.
Break it down
That's
for me real
where
quick.
money.
So it's a big building. You
Yeah.
take a big building and you just make a whole bunch of 10 by 10, 12 by 12 cubicles.
Okay.
And you put a sink in there, and you let people rent out whatever suite, whatever size they want.
Oh, that's hard.
And they got their own salon.
Yo, man. You know what?
That's
Yeah.
empowering to people that.
Hey, we might have to cut that. We might have to cut that out of the podcast. So
Right.
nobody.
I didn't want to
Before
say
somebody
it,
try
but
to take it.
Oh God, because I got some ideas too, and I don't even know.
That's what happened. Like I went to get
I'm say my dumb hair.
Yeah.
I was like, they had like clothing
Like,
stores.
yeah.
They had like hair business. They had everything in a one building. I was like so appalled. I was like, wow, I've never seen this
We call
before.
that a flea market.
Hair flea market. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Where I'm from, White Bush, you can get whatever you want.
I want to know what meal.
Yeah, man. What would you do? Hold on. What would you do with a whole bunch of money stashed?
What did you do?
I don't know, to be honest. I feel like if I was to do anything, I would open up like a group home, to be
That's dope.
honest.
Nice.
For like the younger generation.
She made me
people
feel
who
bad as hell
might have
about
been,
my idea.
Right, I'm gonna say my dumb idea.
families or just gone through things to where their household didn't work out. So I would probably open up a group home.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I don't even want to
Hey,
say my
shout out
dumb
to that.
idea.
Hey, shout out to that answer.
Restaurants,
Man, she made me feel terrible because I was in front of like,
What you about to do?
I was like a daycare strip club, so you can drop your kids off
Not a day.
and go see some cheeks. You feel me?
I will invest in that.
Doing daddy fun time.
I want to see my idea.
Let me get a share in there.
I want to see my
Come on
idea.
in. Come and say dispensary in the back. You know what I'm
I
saying?
wanted to do.
Like, to be honest, like y'all said, I don't even want to say it online.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's so crazy.
Yeah, I
don't wanna buy
got a
chili.
really good one, but I ain't gonna go there with them.
Yeah, I want y'all steal it.
I kind of want to share some ideas around the room real quick though. Smart brother, I gotta hear from Smart brother. Smart brother, how you doing? You going Shark Tank
Mike.
tomorrow, right? I'm your shark, all right? I'm gonna give you
Not him.
$3 million. I'm Damon on this one. I'm gonna give you $3 million. I'm gonna give you $3 million.
Boo boo.
Anything you want, any kind of business venture you want to start. What you got, Smart brother? He gonna say some super shit y'all never heard of. Watch this. Here
He
we
said,
go.
"Hear me out." Oh God.
I'm gonna
That shit
buy
gonna
the
be crazy.
meta universe.
But an adult video game streaming site.
What do you mean?
Like
Oh, wait
Switch.
a minute. So you can create a character and fuck people around the world with their character?
Sure. It's like OnlyFans but for the metaverse.
Oh, metaverse.
Okay.
See, I
What
told you he was gonna go in the
OnlyFans?
future. I knew Smart Brother had an
OnlyFans.
I
idea.
know what
Don't do
OnlyFans, but how
that.
the fuck it work?
He been watching Black Mirror.
What's your question?
Yeah, okay. I don't understand how it works, but if we talking about like the Black Mirror episode, like that,
Okay, look, Tori's a shark too. We the sharks. Sell your brand to Tori real quick.
So it's like the metaverse. You have VR. You know, you can go through haunted houses and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
why you go haunted houses first?
Because that's every time you see somebody playing a VR game, that's
She ain't
what
gonna
they're
give you the
doing.
money, by the way. But go ahead.
Right.
Whatever.
Out.
She's out.
I'm out. The fuck?
That's cool. I'm gonna keep
So
going.
she said haunted house. She was like,
I don't like no scary shit. Go ahead
well,
now.
good, because this isn't scary.
go ahead.
But it's like an adult game. So,
Okay.
you know, it will work through like the Oculus or a VR headset, and you go through and you
you
game.
touch
It's
stuff?
like an adult video game.
Okay, cool.
You fuck around and get the wrong game.
Like what the fuck? Whoa. What the fuck? Okay, I feel
Hey,
you.
no, there's a market for that.
it's a market for everything, by the way.
That's like the
I would do
commercials
like armed
Pornhub
security
before the
for
video
us,
actually
like
starts to play. when
armed domestic security, like freaking like. Oh, you can hear me? All right, I would do like armed security for us, like you know, like overseas when you got like a very important person, and they don't want to be necessarily escorted by military personnel. They hire private security. Essentially,
Give me a whole bunch of niggas.
Off the
I almost
hooks.
got a job like that. When
Off
I
the
first got
record.
in the military, I almost got a job like that, but they were talking about they only arm you with a pistol in Afghanistan. I'm like, a pistol?
What they got
With-
rocket
with
launchers.
niggas
You got a
with
pistol.
Rocket launchers. What I'm gonna do with this little piece of shit? Like, hell no, I ain't doing
Do
no
your
job
best.
like
Do your best. God gonna be with you right there.
that. Yeah, I'm gonna be with God.
God bless. What'd you say, Ronell? God gonna bless you. Brother Ronell. God gonna bless you, oh God. What'd you say, Ronell? Say it again.
Yeah.
Hey, all right, so I got a topic for the room, man.
Okay.
I want to start with Kavita on this one. No, matter of fact, let me bring it to Mill. All right, so I'm bringing it because I know Mill be like, wait, are you ready? I'm gonna give you a long explanation. Look, I'm gonna give you a long explanation. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'll start with Ashley. That way you got time to think.
Okay, go ahead.
So Miss Ashley, I know you got this. So in this new world that we live in, right? You hear a lot of people. I don't like the whole back and forth between men and women thing. I can't stand it, by the way. But we get into it because I feel like some of this shit need to be fixed. We looking for solutions, not problems. We know some of the problems. So one of the problems I'm starting to hear is that women have too much masculinity. You know what I'm saying? The definition of masculinity is basically like, I guess, what a male trait would commonly be. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna ask you a question real quick. What does a man have to do to tone down the masculinity within his woman? As a woman, what do you think a man has to do?
I feel like personally,
You got me?
You got me. I
stumped.
feel like
Okay. What steps can he make? You know what I'm saying, to make you kind of feel more safe as being a woman,
For
more
me?
vulnerable being a woman.
yeah, for me to tone me down because
Yeah.
I am a very masculine woman. My husband, I'm very masculine.
By the way, her
okay?
husband behind the scenes. Listen.
I love you though. I love you.
Yeah, I accept it because
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
I love that about myself.
Okay.
And you know, it takes he be having to tear down walls sometimes, but I feel like what really, what it really takes for me is just mainly just loving me.
Yeah, okay.
Like just love me even when I don't want to be loved. You know, and
Crazy. Crazy.
Thou is.
What?
yeah, love me even when I don't want to be loved. Because if I'm pushing you away,
Yeah.
I don't want you to leave.
Right.
But I just don't.
That's toxic, actually.
I don't care.
We married now.
Right, you in it now.
I don't care.
You in it now.
Because if I have an attitude,
toxic,
I'm gonna explain. Because
Yeah.
say I'm in
Yeah.
my mood,
Yeah.
because I'm very moody. Like I'm very fucking moody. So say I'm in my mood and he comes in and he's trying to talk to me. If he just literally just sit there and just really just kind of keep going with me,
Yeah.
he can literally get me out of my mood. He's done it plenty
It's
of times.
patience.
It's just patience.
Yeah.
Now if he just gets up and be like, fuck this shit, I'm just leaving. You know, if he just leave the room,
Right.
it
Changes everything.
It changes everything. Now I'm pissed. I'm even more pissed off because
Right.
you didn't even try.
Aw.
You know, my feelings is already hurt. You know, I'm already having a bad day. I just want you to try, and he does it all the time. Like he always gets like. he gets me out of my mood without even me knowing that he just got me out of my mood.
Tori's gonna start crying, so you gotta be careful with this one over here.
Black to say something crazy. Like, oh,
hey, but you know what though? I'm gonna tell you what's crazy about that. Like listening to that, I feel like it's a lot of hope for people that don't got none. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that's all we ever want is to be understood.
Somebody
even when we don't understand ourselves.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? A motherfucker that can be like, they can show you something in yourself you can't see. Hey James, real quick, I'm gonna kick the same question to you real quick. How do you tone down somebody when it comes down to them being a certain way, and then you get with them, and now you gotta kind of be patient with that?
All right. Fuck that. No.
Fuck that. You say what happened?
Okay, so being as though I'm gay, and it's two men in a relationship. Right? Okay. So my person is very alpha. Okay. And I'm very alpha.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it's an understanding. You know what I'm saying? We both are really, really strong-willed. You know what I'm saying? So my approach to this situation is just loving him.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I really, really reassure him, you know what I'm saying, that I'm there for him. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all met him, he's really, really, you know what I mean, strong temper, but I just love him. You know what I'm saying? Unconditionally, constantly, you know what I'm saying? And that's my remedy. That's where it stops for me.
That's what's up. Yeah. I wonder. My smoke show come with I come with a boundary.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, talk about it. You could be a masculine female as much as you want to, long as your masculinity is not intentionally challenging my masculinity. Like, it's the difference between like you having a opposite opinion versus then you just put down on me just because you feel like you just badass. So you could be as masculine. I actually like women that take charge and say this ain't gonna fucking happen, because I done been with women that just like listen to everything I say. I typically don't last too long with them because I feel like I get away with a lot of shit. But I feel like as a man, you gotta have some fear of your lady to a certain extent. Like, you fear her a little bit.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you this. Like, that fear comes from respect.
Yeah, it comes.
You get what I'm saying? Respect. Like, I remember as a kid, I was watching Coming to America, and he was like, bark like a dog. You know what I'm saying? Hop on one leg, and he was like, I don't want no woman to do. As a child, I understood that. Like, I don't never want no woman that's a punk ass nigga, because my mama was a thug, my sister's a thug. You know what I'm saying? So I seen strong black women all my life. So I can't never be with no weak motherfucker. My grandma
beat all her husbands.
You did say this, and you did say this.
That don't beat me. Like, he don't want to be with a bitch who don't beat me.
Right, but you know what that does as a man?
Do I want to be beat?
No,
I'm saying you don't want to be with a bitch who don't beat me. Like, what do you think I want to be?
As a man, you can't grow with a woman that listens to everything you say. You know
as a woman, or as a woman, or whatever.
As a woman, you know what I'm saying?
Anybody.
Like you heard women say, I want to be led. I want to be led. I can lead you and still listen to you. You know what I'm saying? If you know I'm fucking up, say something. I don't give a fuck how weak I might seem by being vulnerable to you. Yeah. That's your job.
Can I say something?
Go ahead. Yeah.
I
Go
feel
ahead.
like women,
exactly.
If you meet the right person, they can, no matter how alpha you are. Like, I'm a Leo.
Yeah.
My personality,
Leo.
What do gotta do with anything?
Both of y'all
we have a big personality.
Okay.
Damn.
I don't follow astrology.
Damn.
All right, go ahead and finish real quick.
We're very alpha. Like, we're very like hard, like headed, very strong willed, very strong personality. We're very strong. Like, we're like, when you meet us, you know, like, if I met another Leo, I would know they're a Leo, because they're very like. No, that's what you.
All Leos still.
Mostly. You don't think so? Are you a Leo?
I'm not a Leo. My daughter's a Leo.
I think it's Aries.
My daughter's a Leo.
Oh, she's perfect.
My dude's a Scorpio. So I wouldn't. My daughter's a Leo.
Oh, period.
But so my daughter's mom is Aquarius, just like me, right? And how?
It's not even a thing.
You know how.
To Aquarius. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the signs, compatibilities.
So, me and my daughter's mom, we were together for 5 years.
Okay.
We were very, very compatible.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Today, we're great. You get what I'm saying? Afterwards, like, we're either one of those, like, Tina Turner, and like, either we get along or we don't. You get what I'm saying? But we co-parenting very well. You know, we're amazing. You know what I'm saying? So I think like this: when you're dating the same exact sign, it's like playing Russian roulette. Either you guys are going to get along, or you're not. There's no gray area. Period. You know what I'm saying? So it's like taking a risk. You know what I'm saying? Like,
big fact.
You're a Leo. You know what I'm saying? My daughter's a Leo. She's very, very
strong-willed.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying like I would date a Leo. I would never want to date somebody like me. That'd be disgusting. No.
Y'all be Bloods and Crips in that apartment. It'd be holes in every wall.
But look, for 5 years though, me and my daughter's mom, we were great.
Y'all was like that.
We was cool. You know what I'm saying?
Like different signs hold different, like, your earth sign, right?
I'm an Aquarius.
It's water.
Look, I'm gonna tell you this.
I'm a fire sign, so if I get
I'm not a crystal nigga.
Some people don't believe in all of this.
Listen, nah. I'm one of them people that kind of don't.
I kind of do. I kind of don't.
But I can say this:
I can
the
do
last woman in my life that I thought to myself I could marry her was the same
best.
sign as me.
Right.
And that's because we just didn't really argue about much. You know what I'm saying? She was a Gemini.
Right.
You know
My ex-husband was a Gemini.
Yeah, I mean, like we didn't argue about much. Like we would have debates, but we never got arguments.
They're light switches.
They say that, but for real, like I'm a very logical
They are
nigga.
the devil.
Hey, listen, May 26th. May 26th. Hey, Mel, I never got to you on that question though. The one that I originally started with is coming back on you. Let's do it.
Right, because we back. She thought.
I'm ready. So
What you like you doing this?
I feel like, okay, so wait, what was the question? I think I was gonna answer something else.
Hey, okay, so let me come back.
Yeah, I think I was gonna answer to something else.
We coming straight ahead. Let me give you the whole interview experience. So, Mel, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, Mel. Nice to meet you. Okay, All right, so when it comes down to dating a man, right? You being a strong woman, because I've been around you for a while, right? Your masculinity is coming back, right?
Right.
So your masculinity, what can a man do? What steps can he take to make you feel vulnerable to just be a woman? Like I heard women say, I'm tired of being strong.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just want to lean on you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So like, what can a man do to break those walls down for you, particularly?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So I feel like you gotta be gentle with me.
Yeah.
Because I respond to like dominant energy with dominance. Like if I feel like you're being too like I'm trying to take control, then I'm like, okay, you know, like, okay, we here. So what type of I'm kind of like meeting you at that dominance. So I feel like you gotta be gentle with me personally because I mean shit.
Let me ask you a question though. Okay, so single brother, right?
Yeah.
So I heard women saying shit like, oh, well, yeah.
I got a lot of people.
Real quick, I want to tell you this though. So I hear women saying shit like, I want a man to, like, you're not a man if you don't plan the date. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll be like, I can't stand a man who don't pick the date and this and that and the third. It's like they want you to take control. But what if I pick somewhere out you don't fucking like? You know what I'm saying? You get judged so easily. Like, you take them somewhere and do some shit with them, they don't like it.
In somebody's court, then it's like you gotta go with the flow. You
So-
gotta go with whatever it is because
Right.
you told them to lead. So now once they lead and they take you where they were gonna take you,
you didn't want to go play kickball today. It's
right.
like, you know,
At that point, you just gotta roll with it.
No, but okay, so go ahead.
Can I chime in on that?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is. I love you before I say this, because I know you watching.
Oh shit.
So look, this is one of my relationship things, right?
Okay, go ahead.
So I'm naturally the initiator in my relationship. I do everything, right? But I'm constantly telling my person, like, right, do something. I don't care what it is that you do, as long as it's from you.
Right.
We don't give a fuck if you take us to the beach, if you watch Netflix on the goddamn TV, if we don't do whatever, as long as it's from you and you're taking initiative to do something.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So we don't feel like we're always doing something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, we want to, as much as you want to be loved, we want to be loved too.
Right.
Like,
I
care
get that.
about us, love us, like, fuck with us. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. And if you don't ever do anything,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? It feels like we're always doing the things that, you know what I mean?
Right.
And you're never ever doing anything. You know what I'm saying? And like, it's like one-sided.
It's not
It's not
reciprocated.
reciprocated.
Right.
We don't feel special. Make us feel special.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Costs a
Like,
lot to be creative.
it don't.
It really
you know what I
don't.
mean?
Yeah.
Massages are free. Watching Netflix
Where you
with me
getting
is
free
free.
massages?
In the home.
At the crib.
See, don't got nobody. I didn't know.
She's so used to being by herself.
We do here.
She's so
We're
used to being
shoulders
by
hurt.
herself.
Give me a massage.
Look,
Rub
that
my
nigga
feet.
got-
I've been
she
setting
got
up
horny and
all day.
excited, didn't
I'm
she?
making the most money anyway. You know what I'm saying? So like, fuck, like, love me, make me feel special.
What group
You know what I'm saying?
home?
At the end of the night, like,
What you say? Send me
like
the link.
cater to me. You know what I'm saying?
You know what?
Send me the link.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
you know
that's
what?
what I'm
Go
saying.
ahead. Am I wrong?
No, you are so right
Yeah.
because I will say like I love that. Like I work like crazy. My husband, like, we got a thing. When I get home, he runs my bath water for me. And like, I love it. And he makes it nice and hot. Like nice and hot, just how I like it. And then you know what he does? He lights my candles for me.
I'll take my picture,
he turns the lights off, and then he comes and sits down and talks to me every night.
That's dope.
Like while I'm in the tub. You know what?
Keep making her cry. You know she won't what
like,
she got, right?
It's the most amazing thing ever.
Oh my God.
This is every night.
Yeah.
You know, and I look forward to that.
Y'all niggas, hey, shout out to hey, look, I'm gonna give a round of applause real quick. Y'all can't.
Hell yeah, that's that
Round of applause for black man for that black love. Hey, but some real shit though.
Let me run a book.
I like how you answered the question so honestly and let us into your personal life. But on some real shit, niggas need to take notes. Because motherfuckers out here trying to be tough and trying to be hard and shit. Motherfuckers, they want that shit. I'm gonna tell you the truth.
You gonna be tough and hard by yourself.
I've been dating for a little minute, so I'm starting to pick up on the signs. It's almost like women want a man who is like how you know how a woman used to be like a man used to be like I want a lady in the streets and a freak in the sheets, right? Men, we really want like a classy chick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think women really want like a nigga in the public that protect them, like a thug in public, but in private, he's very romantic. He's very sensitive. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think y'all want what we want, but in the opposite way. Y'all want to feel protected when y'all out with us. Y'all want to feel like y'all not getting embarrassed. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like a lot of women want to walk next to a nigga they know a lot of women ain't fucked yet and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? They want to be proud of their nigga. You know what I'm saying? He said, don't want to date me, nigga.
What's his name?
Ball. You say ball. You can say ball.
Ball?
Yeah.
Okay. Ball. Can we take a 2-minute break? I gotta pee.
No, you can ride. You can ride. Yeah, do your thing.
Come this way. Come
Kavina, everything coming to you. What's up, ma? Talk to me. Hi, I'm Kavina.
What was the question?
How do you get the masculinity out of your partner? Sometimes people are just really tough because they already built up that wall. You know what I'm saying? How as you personally as an individual, how do you get into that wall? How do you penetrate your partner to make them feel more vulnerable? Calm down, horny toad.
I know.
Horny toad.
The one thing that I think that we're missing about humans is you're not supposed to take that masculinity out of a woman. You should be enthusiastic. Is that a word? Enthusiastic?
No, it's not. But I feel you, and I'm with you.
If you should be enthusiastic about the feeling that you get from your woman when she has the masculine energy, because that's something that you want to tame. That gives a man an opportunity to do something to make them feel better, or woman. So when you're dealing with a woman who's very feminine or a woman that's very masculine, I think that you should stroke that ego and stroke that a little bit and kind of soothe them rather than get rid of it.
Most men have an issue with.
Wait, hold on. Jason got something to say.
Absolutely.
I want to know what the hell
Kavina, do me a favor. Go ahead and finish for me.
So what I was to say to finish
I say that during
is that
sex.
men also.
Oh.
You said that very sexual.
Go ahead. Nah. I said, do me a favor. Go ahead and finish for me.
Okay, what I want to say, put out there real quick, is as women, even though I'm with a woman now, I've been in relationship with men before, long relationships, very stable relationships, and I want it to be aware that I know that men also have a side of them that needs a little bit of femininity to it. Whether it's not us dealing with their being feminine, it could be our femininity, how it's affecting them. And I think that men should allow a woman to soothe you. Let me soothe you. Okay, if you're not feeling good today, they're not baby you. Not make you feel like mama's baby, but let me soothe you and remind you that this gentle feeling that's going through your body right now is normal. I love it. I love you. You're the man. You're the king. You're everything that we're programmed to design you to be. But I want you to understand that this is something that I can help you with. Only a woman can get with a man and really touch his sensitive spots and teach him that the reason why you feel like you need me, baby, is because I am a woman.
We trying to get people on medium. Go ahead, finish.
I'm speaking to every masculine moment in here.
I'm listening.
Every female, every man that has a masculine moment in them. I want you to understand that those moments when anybody, male, female, whoever it is, comes to you and says, what's going on? And you feel that inkling like, they soothing me. You have to accept that soothing. You can't fight it. When you fight that woman trying to say, let me make sure that you're okay, baby. be a woman.
Yeah.
But some women are so closed off to being able to tend to
But you know why that is? Because they look at it as a weakness. Like they like, oh nigga, this nigga need a mama. No,
And
sometimes a
men
nigga don't need a mama.
weakness.
We just
And
need
men
you to
look-
give a fuck and be nurturing sometimes. And understand that we go through some
And
shit.
men look at it as a weakness when a woman says, I need to feel like a woman. I need you to
I ain't never felt like
feel
that.
like a woman.
I'll make you feel
I
like
need
a
you to make
woman.
me
Holla at
feel
your boy. You know what I'm saying?
Because I'm the strongest motherfucker in here. But I need you to make me feel like I'm a woman.
I feel that. What you say, Joe? What you say, Joe?
I said any man that has an issue with a woman's like masculinity has issues with his own masculinity.
I agree with that too. Yeah.
If I'm really masculine in myself, and when my girl being masculine, I don't have an issue with her being masculine because I'm trying to figure out what the issue is. So it's not coming as disrespect when she's speaking to me. It's just two different opinions. But if I had issues with my masculinity, everything she say would seem like a problem. Yeah, it'd be seem like it's challenging me.
Can I say something though? Alpha women need to be with alpha men.
Can't be no weekend.
Yo, you cannot because like, yo.
That backfires sometimes, but go ahead.
Okay. Let me say something. Let me prove my point, right? So my thing, I have a very strong personality. So if I was with someone that's weak, I'm walking all over them because my personality is very big. You feel me?
Right.
So if I'm with somebody and I'm like, okay, nobody's gonna ever make me women, men, whatever.
Right.
My case, women. I have to be with somebody that's either matches my energy.
Facts.
No.
Or matches my energy.
But feel me on this though. This was happening. You feel me? I'm not a bitch. I ain't never proclaimed myself to be an alpha male in my life. I just know you got me fucked up. You feel me? That's the kind of nigga I am, right? So check this out.
They're both married to
Elsia. So you got a wife. Shout out to Brittany. I love you, baby. But let's say me and you was rocking, right?
Right.
And I'm not finna be. I'm like, you got me fucked up, and you like, you got me fucked up.
Yeah, but it won't be
Nigga,
like that.
we always gonna have each other fucked up.
That's not
Because
true,
you got me fucked up. I don't even know what we talking about right now, but you got me
Let me
fucked
tell
up. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, if I'm gonna tell you, I'm an alpha female. Like nobody's telling me what to do.
I ain't gotta proclaim that. I'm Delta. I'll talk about that later.
Let me find somebody that can tell me what to do. You're gonna tell me what to do, and baby, I'm gonna listen.
I got you.
I'm gonna listen. What?
I got you.
I'm going to listen. I'm going
got
to
you.
submit to you because like.
Confident.
I fuck with that. All right. So check this out.
What you want me to do?
Did you hear what Joey said?
What Joey say?
He said until he tell you to shut the fuck up.
And I'm gonna listen.
And I'm gonna listen. Hold up.
When they call, they always say, I listen.
But when they mad, the hands. Hey James, what you say? Real quick.
Yeah, that's true.
Uh-huh.
Because I'm an alpha male.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I've been with men that are not alpha males. And you know what happened? I just ran over them. You know what I'm saying? Unintentionally, though. Not intentionally.
Not even on purpose, right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I ran over them by accident. You know what I'm saying? It was unintentionally because this is the thing. I'm me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I run shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one that make the money. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one that got the goddamn job. I'm a daddy. Like I'm that nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if I get with a weakling,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's
Not
kinda-
a weakling.
No, it's hold on.
as
And this is the thing, and it's no shade.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I get with a weakling by accident, like we're just on two different chapters of life.
Y'all on different planes, right?
Or you're just you. But see, you're not that person to tell me what I can and can't do. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop and think about it. You're talking to a homeowner. You're talking to a 37-year-old man. You're talking to a daddy of a 13-year-old girl.
I'm a grown ass man, dog. Right.
Can't no weak ass nigga come into my life and be like, hey, you should do what?
Who the fuck you talking to?
Hey, you know what?
Like I said,
what we gonna do?
I don't even know what we talking about right now.
Right.
But you got me fucked up. Go ahead. Tori, what was you saying, Tori? Real quick.
I was about to say, first off, I didn't know I was an alpha. Until you ain't know it until you ran off every beta male you ever dated. But go ahead. Go ahead. Get into okay, bitch, I'm an alpha, and I knew it. But anyway, like, no, for real, I don't think that I don't be knowing I'm an alpha, but when it comes to fruition and I be with these betas, it's not what I want. I realize everybody thinks they want someone who's really sweet. I had somebody run my bath water.
Yeah.
First off, it was 1:00 in the afternoon when I get off.
No.
Now who the fuck want a bath?
At 1 o'clock.
Hey, what
are you gonna do at 1 o'clock?
Hey, why the fuck I'm mad? I don't know who she's talking about right now, but go ahead.
Maybe you look. And then I'm gonna say,
but go ahead though.
That's cute and all and shit. But who the
He
fuck
was
trying to
trying.
take a bath at 1 p.m.?
But he was trying, nigga. You couldn't. Your feet could have been hurt.
Not 1 o'clock in the
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, can I speak up for the beta males real quick though?
No.
Hold on, real quick. To be a beta male ain't a bad thing.
But I want to say this though.
You for somebody. You might not be for you.
Listen to this. You know, we all talk about players playing the game and shit, right? I don't know sports, but players playing the game. You think about it, 2 teams.
You finna fuck up this metaphor, but I'm with you. Let's
You
go.
with me?
Let's try. Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, a delta.
Okay.
A delta.
Okay.
In the game,
Just
the
let it-
delta
let it-
is
let
the
it ride.
referee.
Okay.
You understand? They not even playing the game. They there the whole time. They overseeing everything.
So far, it's good. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the delta. I think I want the delta. Now that I see an alpha, don't be fighting me.
You ever heard what a delta was?
Right.
I told y'all I'm a delta male. Look, you hear what I said? Look, don't be trying to say you want a delta male.
But look.
A delta male is a male who don't give a fuck what he is.
So you're an alpha female, right?
I am.
That's my husband.
Wouldn't
You got me fucked up.
He's a delta because he can be an alpha in different settings.
Oh, he's an alpha
He can
for
be a
sure.
beta to
Look.
like he can be a beta to you if you want
Read
to
what a
quote
delta
unquote.
male is. The shit is interesting.
But you-
And when I read it, I was like, oh shit, that's me.
But did you hear what she
I don't
said?
give a
though?
fuck.
Hold on. Did you hear what she said?
Her husband is a delta.
Okay, you don't give a fuck, but I'm saying a delta can be whatever in whatever setting. You can be an alpha in this setting. You can be a beta or whatever the fuck you want to call it to your wife.
Yeah.
But you always gonna be you.
Right.
That's what I need.
Is a
But
beta submissive?
Yes.
a beta is
Yes.
very much.
But
so.
again, like I said, beta males
No, you
beta
don't.
males get the label of weak. But what if you're a beta male and you know what the fuck you're doing? You know what I'm saying? You might not want to be the nigga in charge right now.
I feel like every alpha male
Yeah.
has the beta inside of them.
I agree with that. Some of them fake it.
This is the thing.
Yeah.
You can be an alpha on the outside all day long.
That's what I'm saying.
You're gonna be like
gotta
that.
be
You're
vulnerable
gonna
to
be that man, right?
Right.
But
I could be a beta.
right. But at the end, with the right person,
Right.
look, with the right person, you're going to submit.
But that's what I was talking about.
You are. It might take a little time. It might take a little time to break you down, break the walls down, and all that type of stuff. This, that, and third. But you could be broken.
Let me throw this at you real quick. You know how you got siblings in your house, right?
Yeah.
And y'all can fight like cats and dogs, but outside this house, better nobody fuck with none of y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Period.
That's how it should be with your spouse. But when you're talking about an alpha male with the beta tendencies, that's what it kinda is. When we in this house, you know what I'm saying? When we in this house, you got some say so in this house. You know what I'm saying? You kinda can. All right, babe, pick that up and I'm gonna pick it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, but when we get outside this motherfucker, you right here.
do me like
You know what I'm talking about? You right here, and if anybody come over here, this all us. Can't nobody, outside this house, can't nobody fuck with us. To me, that is being the middle ground of what a man's supposed to be. But that's just my opinion. You know what I'm talking about? What we got?
All right, look. Do y'all know how magnets work?
Yeah, we do.
Refrigerator?
For the most part, because you finna
South Poles.
see. I knew he was finna get.
You have two masculine energies that are going to repel each other. I don't give a fuck what Joey just said about having issues with masculinity. I don't like dudes.
Me and Elsie.
I don't like men. I don't like masculine women.
You don't what?
I said I don't like men. I don't like masculine women. I like feminine women. I like feminine women. Now, keeping in track with the metaphor of magnetism, a feminine woman for a masculine male. You can get masculinity in a man to submit to femininity in a woman. We have approached this around the room from the perspective of masculine women countering the masculinity of their males, and that's bullshit. That's why I was making faces at everybody like, are you serious? No, femininity works for masculinity. You know what happens when you get two alpha males in a room? They fight.
Thank you.
No, but I said that.
They either fight or do business. There's no in between.
That's what I see.
I like the business part.
I said shut up.
And now, this question was posed to me yesterday, right? This question was posed to me last night in the group chat.
Okay.
And when I answered it, I approached it from the perspective of having just met this person. And like we're in the talking phase, and the question was, how do you counter the masculinity and whatnot? And my answer was, how do you sell a pen to somebody who's not in the market to buy a pen?
Right.
The answer to that was you don't.
Right. Look, so
they answered me with a whole bunch of. If they want a marker, then they need to go to somebody who's selling markers.
But you know what? I always
if you're in the market to buy a pen, and if you're trying to sell a pen and this person's not interested in buying a pen, from the moment you found out they weren't interested, you're wasting your time.
Right.
But you know,
in business, if everybody in here considers themselves business people, then there's such a thing as opportunity cost.
Yeah.
And every second you spend talking to this person who ain't trying to hear what you're saying to them, you're wasting time and in effect wasting
just
money.
Just like y'all wasting time in the group chat.
Exactly.
Y'all talking about
so, like, I'm the only person that like, we talked about running bathwater, rubbing feet, and loving on them and all that.
Yeah.
My answer to that was you don't. Exactly.
But when it's
if you're wasting time trying to get it from somebody who doesn't have it to give, what are you doing?
When it's worth the investment, it's time to put your money in there. Hey, go ahead, James. Go ahead.
Okay, so can I be straight for a minute?
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool.
you available?
But can I be straight?
Tori was like, is this my window? Is this my window?
I'm not straight, but you have a lot of fun.
Go ahead.
But anyway, so look, this might, this thing,
I'm so sorry.
Okay, so look, this might poke a little bit, right?
We good. Let's go.
But this is taking it back to our parent stage, right?
Okay.
I feel like our generation now, and this is like one of those, like a different conversation for a different day. Mm-hmm. Like women don't know how to be women no more.
Ooh, you said it.
And this is the thing. A lot of women, they carry this independence because you guys have to now.
The burden, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, a woman is supposed to be a woman. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women forget that they're supposed to be women. You're supposed to be subtle. You're supposed to be feminine. You're supposed to be soft. You're supposed to actually, ready for this? Mm-hmm. Listen to your man.
Hey, check this out.
Hold on. That man runs the household. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That man, he's the one you're actually supposed to listen to.
Hey, Rashida Cooper asked you a question. She said, hey, real quick, James, she said, what are the traits of a feminine woman? What are the traits of a feminine woman?
Rashida, the traits of a feminine woman, right, is the first, thank you. The first and foremost thing, right, you're supposed to submit to your man right here. Right, you're supposed to. Thank you, Ash. God gonna bless you on trip. God gonna bless you. Thank you. Can you bless me with some Red Bull too?
I got you.
While you blessing, Rashida, hold on real quick. We blessing. It's a communion going on right now.
Yeah, amen.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. So look. The traits to a woman, right? A feminine woman, right? You're supposed to submit to your man. That man is the leader of your household, right? Mm-hmm. Let that man be a man. A lot of women don't let that man be a man because they feel like he's not man enough or masculine enough or strong enough, or he's able to guide and lead and direct your family and you in the right direction. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But a lot of times we have to realize that you're a woman. Boo, be a woman. Shut your motherfucking mouth sometimes and look, hold on. Shut your mouth sometimes and let that man be a man. You get what I'm saying? Because this is I know it's hard. It's a hard pill to swallow. I know it. But at the end of the day, that man got that. You know what I mean? That you know what I'm saying? And this is the thing. If you're with the man that's not fully being with the man, that's not fully being a man, apparently you got into a situationship that was beyond you. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you didn't pick the right mate, but I'm saying you picked someone who really wasn't ready for that title yet. So you guys are navigating through the
I like
journey,
a man with a
or you
pick.
guys are navigating through that marriage or through that relationship of that man being the actual man. You get what I'm saying? And in the midst of that, sometimes you have to be the strong, the face of your family. You know what I'm saying? But it eventually is going to get to a point to have longevity to where you're going to have to fall back and let that man be that man. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't let that man be that, if you don't let that man
Hey.
Going around the room, right?
Yeah, we're going to ask you next.
Hold on.
What would it take to bring the femininity out of a woman?
She held her tongue for a minute.
What would it take to bring the femininity out of a woman, right?
Go ahead,
we went around the room. Be patient with me. Don't give up so easy. Have the wherewithal to put me in my place.
Somebody said
don't
love
be
me right.
ashamed of your femininity. Love me right? What if we were to reverse the question and a man said, because with all of these things we've established parameters, like as long as this is met, I'll be feminine, so on and so forth, right? Now, what if we were to reverse the question and a man were to say, what does it take to bring the masculinity out of a male? Y'all would be like, fuck out of here, you the man.
You're supposed to already have it.
Boom.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to take
I want to hear the perspectives. If you disagree, let's hear it.
We'll go back to it.
We gotta go back to this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I do agree with some of the things that James said. I do agree.
It's the truth.
I don't agree with everything just because we were not made to literally just listen to someone. We were not made for that. We were made to have our own minds as well.
Exactly.
We weren't made to submit. We weren't made for that.
Do you think that's cultural? Because
I think it's cultural
because
for
I think
sure.
in the black, we was talking about in the black community, we raise our black women to be like, you need to be strong.
Yeah,
and then a lot of people
on this and that and third.
A lot of people raise their children to submit. They raise their woman.
Hispanic community.
They raise their daughters to listen to their husbands, to cook, to clean.
Right.
Yes.
And I don't really believe in that because I believe in having my own mind, and I believe in being able to let you know that no, I disagree. That's not how it should be, because we both have two different minds. My mind does not have to connect with your mind, because that's why God made us separate.
Yeah.
But I think that's where motherfuckers get it twisted when they think that black women are masculine women. You know what I'm saying?
They're not. They're strong-willed.
So do you equate mental autonomy with masculinity?
Say that again.
Do you equate mental autonomy with masculinity?
You gotta define your words.
Does having your own mind make you masculine?
The fuck?
Not at all.
No. Okay.
I won't even say.
So then, what did that have to do with being feminine?
Wait. Okay, the way you described it, does having your own mind make you masculine?
Right.
To men, yes.
No.
Yes.
To men, because if you had your own mind and let you speak it, I'm not gonna speak for every man, but I'm just saying in general, because when we define masculinity, what is it defined as? You had the definition up earlier. It's a women. It didn't even say women or men or whatever. It's the ability, capability, something like just someone that has a trait that is reflective of a man.
On the flip side, right? On the flip side, a lot of women in your defense, right? Y'all see y'all's men lagging. You know what I'm saying? And you see your men like they're struggling. They might need help. They might need you're not living up to. You're not living up to the man that you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And a lot of men are raised on their mama's titties. You know what I'm saying? When I tell you this, hold on. This day and age, and this is not to clown men because I see it from both perspectives. A lot of men is weak as fuck. You know what I'm saying? A lot of men don't know how to run a family, don't know how to run a household, don't know how to take care of business, don't know how to do everything that they're supposed to do to be a man. So that's when people like you, that's when women like them step in. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of men, at the end of the day, like when you're supposed to be a man and pay every single bill, you know what I'm saying, and lead your family and your kids in the right direction, you get what I'm saying? And you're supposed to do the thing that your man's supposed to do. Take your wife out, take your girl out, love on her, you know what I mean, cater to her, you know what I mean? Like make sure she has an amazing sex life, make sure she has the mentally every time that she leaves out the house, like she's good. You get what I'm saying? A lot of men don't know how to do that. A lot of men are sensitive.
But can I tell you what's up?
What's up?
We were talking about how, like I said, culturally, I feel like we raise our black women to be like strong, independent, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
We don't teach them to cater to no nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Wait.
Can I finish what I'm saying though?
Go ahead now.
I feel like on the flip side, we teach our boys, like you see these women like, yeah, my son is my man and all this kind of shit. Like they soften they soften these boys up. So when you meet these men, they still boys. Because they mama, all that bullshit they talk back, they thought that shit was cute. Oh,
what's up?
He's so cute, and you know what I'm saying? They made the shit seem cute when he was being a punk. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you get these men, right? Like I was raised by my daddy. That nigga in my house, it was no excuse.
He was the man.
The theme of the house was no excuses. It could be a legit reason. Reasons didn't mean reasons in my house. You know what I'm saying? That nigga was like, it's always a way. Get your ass up. You know what I'm saying? And just living like that, whole mind was different. Go ahead, Kavina. What you talking about over here? Talking about Boston. Let's go.
Kavina.
Kevin. Kavina, what you talking about over there?
Jason had a question for me.
I was also raised by my father. I'm Norman. I'm the mother of 3 sons.
Yes.
And I just want to point out one quick little snippet.
What's up?
That if you are an alpha in any sense of the word, no matter what sex or gender you're with, you will demand everything that you're supposed to have. There's no one, based off the programming that they've had situated in their minds from whatever down south, up north, down east, overseas country they came from. When you are at the alpha in your life, when you know what I say is exactly what I will have, no human around you will tell you, well, based or show you or do. Be the alpha if that's what you are. Demand exactly what you're supposed to have. Be the exact human in the vehicle that was presented to you and be happy with that and demand it. There's nothing that tells me a man, based off of the genitals, or a woman would ever demand on me what I'm going to have. I will tell them exactly how to treat me. And when they don't treat me that way, they will be dismissed from my existence. Right?
Kavina, I have a question.
Go ahead.
So, because you're
my little baby.
But who all like dick in here though? I just
calm down. Elsie, go ahead. Elsie, go ahead.
Y'all, Tori's single in case y'all picked up on it.
Go ahead, Elsie. Go ahead. Elsie, I'm listening. Go ahead.
Are you an alpha?
y'all need to get in the mic.
Elsie, go ahead. You good, Elsie? Go ahead.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. No, I'm just kidding. No, so you consider yourself alpha, right? Sure. I consider myself an alpha, and I want to be with an alpha, right? I don't want to be with the beta. I want to be with somebody that's gonna take control of my. Because I'm tired of being an alpha, bitch. I want to fucking be a woman. I want somebody to take care of me. You feel me? At the same time, I don't want somebody to walk all over me. I want somebody to meet my needs, but be over my needs. You feel me? Like, so I'm already enough. Like, I'm already given this and that. So I want somebody that comes harder for me. Then I can come harder for myself. You feel me?
It's fit. Hey, let me read this comment real quick.
Yes,
hey, I'm gonna read the comment from AJ Johnson. AJ Johnson, shout out to AJ, man. We love you.
Call in though.
AJ said there's a feminine side and a masculine side to everyone, but some people embrace more than the other.
Exactly.
She said some people just know how to embrace both. So we talking about balance.
I agree with that too.
Hey, real quick, Karma Shay, is that she Shay? How we say this? Hey, Karma, how you doing, girl? She said, you want to read the next one?
You can tell me what to do.
This is Jason's wife, by the way.
Oh, that's Jason's wife?
Hey.
Go ahead. Read a comment.
Okay, I apologize. I'm not reading your voice. I don't know.
Read it in her voice. Go ahead.
I don't know her voice like that.
You can tell me what?
You can tell me what to do if you can tell me what to do.
Right.
I don't know if that's what you meant.
That's what she meant. You doing good. Go ahead.
That's what I'm saying.
But if you can't tell me what to do, then you can't tell me what to do. Okay.
Tell me how.
You have to be willing to be just as submissive.
Okay.
Amen.
So, baby girl, I heard you.
Amen.
I heard her.
Hey, real quick, can I say this? When Kavina was talking, I was thinking to myself like,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying from the beginning. If you can tell me what to do, then tell me what to do.
Right.
If you can't, then we're not doing it.
Yeah, I'm not following
That's
the blind.
hilarious, but I felt you.
The blind leading the blind out here.
He has a question for me.
Do you understand? Well, I mean, I know you understand, but do you like make room for the fact that there's a difference between valued counsel and wanting to lead? So when you're talking about, like, in the case of, you know, the dynamics in a relationship, the woman might in fact be an alpha, and she might have something to say, and she might have her thoughts and opinions on any particular issue, and she can voice those without actually wanting to lead that relationship. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, it seems like through this conversation, we've mixed one thing with the other. Like, just because you have your own voice, now you are in a position of a challenger. And it's like chess, right? The queen can move all over the board and she can take anybody out, but you can't play without the king. Game's over.
I don't mind you leading. I want you to lead. I want you to be the man of the house. I want you to do that. I just want you to listen to me.
Right.
And I want you to be fair with me. Just be fair with my my opinions. Be fair. Don't let that masculinity get to your head.
You want your voice to be heard.
Exactly. And that's it. Because I do believe a man is supposed to be the head of the household, and women are supposed to submit. But be submissive to me as well.
As a leader,
to each other.
As a leader, I'm gonna tell you right now. Every good leader know how to follow. You got to be able to take directions.
You got to take a back seat.
Oh, my mom.
Got to take a back seat.
There's two women over here, right?
Yeah.
And in any human interaction, whenever you have more than one person, there's going to be a leader, there's going to be a follower. So even in the case of two men, or the case of two women, or in the case of a man and a woman, there's going to be somebody who's, going to be here. There's going to be somebody
depending on
here.
what the
so that's to answer
is.
that question. But to get back to what Ashley was saying, no. To get back to what Ashley was saying was about when you're talking about being just as submissive, it's not necessarily a position of submission because he hit it. I don't care who you are. The president has a cabinet. The CEO has a board of directors. So you still listen to somebody and you make the decision. Okay. You might take on information and you're like, yeah, we could do that. Or you're like, no, that's stupid. Whatever. Or somewhere in between. But you're still taking that counsel, processing it, and then making an ultimate decision.
I'm gonna tell you why that is though, because being stubborn is not being masculine. No. It's just being stupid. Because you know what I'm saying? If you're so stubborn where you feel like everything you say is law, nigga, you a motherfucking dummy. You know what I'm saying? You got to know everything you say out your mouth ain't true. And if you don't understand that, you just an arrogant son of a bitch, and you don't need to be in charge of nothing.
I'm so confused right
now. You know what I'm saying though? We're talking about masculinity and what makes you.
No. I'm confused in the sense that what the fuck? I mean, okay, I have never defined myself as masculine except for today.
You can't fight, but go ahead.
I can't fight. My mama taught me how to fight. Thank you, mama. No, I can't fight. But anyway, that was my left arm.
Okay. That's my weak one.
That's my weak one. You know what I'm saying? You see the right. But I'm just saying, okay, we talking about masculinity. I don't think that I'm masculine or alpha or whatever those terms are.
You can be what you are.
I'm nothing. I'm just me, right? And but the thing is, I've thought I wanted to be with a man that will do everything that I wanted him to do, because everybody wants to be with somebody who wants them to do whatever, right?
Yeah.
You think, but have you ever had it?
Then it get boring.
It's dumb.
It's dumb.
You don't want nobody who do whatever the fuck you want them to do. Like, what the fuck? That shit dumb.
Open your door for you?
Yes.
Have you ever demanded a man?
Ma'am, I've had men who would do
out of respect. Okay, no, this is the beginning of my question, Mel.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want her to understand that. Have you ever asked a man or expected a man to open the door for you?
Yes.
And then have
That's
you ever been
basics.
have you been on a date and also expected a man to pay for something you consumed?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. No, wait. Hold on. It's not stopping there.
Okay.
No, it's not stopping at the date.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes or no.
So
you want yes or no?
We have.
You want yes
so
or no?
That's all feminine sides.
Yeah.
Have you ever talked to a man and expected him to understand when you didn't quite feel comfortable with something he said? You didn't feel comfortable. Maybe I took it too deep, that part. But if he paid for your drinks,
nigga had to think a little bit. Go ahead, though.
He forced you. You forced him to open your door.
Yeah.
Okay, open the door.
Listen to me.
Hold on. Wait. Let me say my part. Pay for drinks. I usually refuse and pay for their drink.
That's masculinity.
I know.
I was going there.
Okay.
Yeah, I usually refuse.
Well, let's get there.
I was going to the point. I wanted to push you to the point where you understand that even when you're making them do the male chauvinism, the things that are customary to us, what we've been taught, but there's something in us still.
That's
I can buy my own shit. I can open my own door. I can pay my own bills.
Yeah.
I can have my own kids.
That's pride, homie.
Motherfucker, I can do all my own shit.
Ma'am, I cannot.
Pride, homie.
I cannot have my own kids.
I promise you, shit can happen. I know that in your mind you can't, but there's a lot of things that we can, and that's the masculinity coming in. And I don't say masculinity like, oh, manly.
I don't believe in that. How the fuck am I have my own kids?
And that's
that is not my own. That's somebody else. We might not know their name. We might not know their name.
But
Terry and them.
But did you taste their sweat? Did you feel their dick?
I'm just saying.
That's
Where we
the
going
part.
now? Where we going?
You can still have a baby without those things. That's my point. Like, we're not going to go right there right now.
Ma'am, they're not mine. If I can breed with myself and do that myself, it would be mine. But you had to have something.
You had to have the sperm.
Right, that's something.
We're gone.
That's someone else.
But you didn't need the sweat or the problems or the
But I
sweat,
like the sweat.
Yeah, so
and
that's
the dick.
And that's a part of your masculinity, and that's the thing that you're not acknowledging right now.
The masculinity is the dick?
No, the desire. No, the masculinity is the desire for the sexual smell. The animal part.
Hey, James, I'm coming right to you real quick. We got a comment from Michaela Renner. She said, I agree with him. She said, like, let me give you a piece of my mind, and then I'm going to trust you to lead. And then Miss Elizabeth says, it comes down to mutual respect in the relationship. And some days it will come down to a male being submissive and a female being masculine, and vice versa. I don't believe in definition roles. So what are you saying, James and Mel, y'all had something on the table real quick. Y'all want to get into it real quick?
Oh, so I was just saying, I feel like, because Tori has spoke on, I've never referred to myself as, being masculine. And I was saying, I feel like the term masculinity, when speaking on a female, I feel like has a negative connotation.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah, because it's like, you don't want to seem, I'm not trying to be that complete dominant person.
Why do we assume that masculinity means dominant?
Yeah, and I wouldn't even say
because that's the definition of it.
Feels so like
to be honest, I'm not even a masculine male, but every male that he deals with may not be masculine, right? Exactly. So you can call, but you hear that, right? He can say he has been with men and he's the masculine male, but when he deals with a man that's not masculine, what are they? What you just tell me?
They're bitches.
Man, run it.
But I feel like even as a man, if a woman is like, okay, you're being feminine, a man is gonna take that in like a negative way. I feel like.
Okay. Hey, real quick, Ronell, what you had to say? We ain't got Ronell at all.
I don't believe in none of the.
Can we get Ronell? Can we get Ronell on here?
What's it called? Photonic alphabet shit. Alpha.
Ronell, lean over to Tori so the people can see you talking.
Okay. Thou shalt.
Thou shalt. Not that nigga took the mic off the stand.
Yeah.
Where you going? You gonna sit right here? Here, come sit right here, man. Here, just sit right here. Yeah.
Okay.
Nigga, you only 120 pounds here. Say what you saying.
God gonna bless you.
God gonna bless you. Go ahead.
So I don't believe in none of the photonic alphabet shit. None of the alpha, beta, Charlie. What's it called? Motherfucker, shit. Answer the question.
Smart brother.
Goddamn. Beta, Delta, Foxtrot. But okay, thank you, brother.
Get the point across.
But when it comes, so with the alpha shit, it's whatever I say. When I hear alpha, I think aggressive. That's just me personally. And one thing that I've always heard is the loudest man is the
weakest man.
God gonna bless you. Don't need trip. And I'm out.
Amen. Somebody give Ronell a round of applause. Shout out to Ronell for coming in and showing some love, showing that wisdom, brother Ronell. Ibaba say hallelujah.
Ronell done broke my
4 niggas in a Hyundai.
Hey, I have a question for all the women in the room.
Go ahead, big dog. Get it started.
Consider yourself masculine, and you were in a relationship with a man and had headship over that man. Would you respect him?
Hell no.
Damn. Why you saying so hard?
Fuck them.
That's the truth right there.
No, I don't want anybody that just listens to everything that I say.
It's not even that. Like, I make more money than you, I probably won't.
It's not about even money.
I said money. You asked me, I said money.
Because having money doesn't give you power over
I want you to have your own money.
It does.
Yes.
The fuck it don't.
The fuck it don't.
When you're in a relationship,
you live in the city of San Diego. There are plenty of people that have more money than you.
Hold on.
Do they have power over you?
No. You're talking. You said a fucking relationship.
I said headship.
Nigga, explain that shit. I'm sick
Stop
of you.
Talking to smart brother because he be way up here somewhere. And you don't be high enough.
Right.
Fuck is hit.
Okay, over here somewhere.
It's not power to you. It's not power in every instance. It's not.
But for me,
listen what I say.
I can make more money than you. You still can tell. Like you still can like.
Right. She talking about.
I'm saying that's not gonna help.
True. Okay. So knowledge is power as well.
Knowledge is power. If you can sit next to me and teach me something, you can pick my brain. You can if I can put money in your hands and you can tell me what to do with the money. You feel me? Like that's like more that's what's. If I can get the money and you tell me what to do, let's go. We good.
So look, that's true. Tori, give me a second.
But when the scenario was brought,
give me a second. So I'm the breadwinner in all of my relationships, baby. I make the money.
Okay.
I'm the bag. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? But this is the thing. Just because I'm the bag, that don't mean shit. You get what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like at the end of the day, my partner, the person that I'm with, right? I don't love him. I'm not with him for money. You get what I'm saying? I'm with him because him. You get what I'm saying? I like him for him. I don't give a fuck what he make. You get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, my money is my money. I'm not gonna give him none of my money.
I'm hungry.
But
you know what I'm saying? Me too. I was thinking about people.
But you know what's funny? You don't hear a lot of people talking like that.
No, it's the truth. It's the truth.
You really don't hear a lot of people talking like that no more.
This is the thing. I make the money, but my money has nothing to do with our relationship.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? I fuck with you because of who you are.
So can I ask you a question though?
Yeah.
In your relationship, are you the? You know what I'm talking about? Like,
of course.
You the dog.
Yes.
So, but then you talk like the dog because they're like in a relationship.
But then I've been on the flip side too.
Yeah.
I've dated millionaires.
Oh shit.
You know,
okay.
To where like like the money that I make that I think that's popping ain't shit.
Right.
Did that determine your relationship?
Fuck no, because I'm still that nigga.
Can I say this though? As a regular, I consider myself a regular dude. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Okay.
But I have dated women that had bread, like real bread,
stupid bread.
That shit didn't mean nothing to me. And I'm not just saying that to sound cool or none of that shit. I really mean that.
Ash could agree with me on this.
Yeah.
Ashley, this is just our careers.
Like
exactly. My career ain't got shit to do with our relationship.
Right.
Yeah, I make the money right now. Like whatever. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? But you fuck with Brandon because of Brandon.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You love Brandon for his.
Don't cry, nigga.
Black. You know what I'm saying? Black. You black. She fuck with you because of your soul. Let me tell you something right now, because I got a lot of homegirls, and I got a lot of homegirls that all of my homegirls are the breadwinners. You know what I'm saying? Your wife, your girlfriend, your baby mama fucks with you because of who you are. Your soul, you connect with her. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like a woman that makes bread cap, damn near any nigga she won't. You know what I'm saying? But this is the thing. She love you for you. She really, really fuck with you for you. Like wake up, dirty, farting, stanky leg, all that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like this. People like us, you have to appreciate us.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because you really, really have to appreciate us, because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, money has nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? It's the connection, the vibe that we got with y'all, period.
Okay, so so my thing with Jason's comment when he said that basically if the man
get a mail.
Don't do me. Why does it have to be that the woman can't be the leader of the household? Like everyone answers so fast, like my man has to be the alpha or else I ain't dealing with him. But why can't the woman be the leader of the household? That doesn't mean that she's the one bringing in all the bread or doing everything and taking care. She's the voice of the house, and that could be fine, that she's just that person that's leading their household. I don't understand. I don't know why a man can't follow.
Because you're not supposed to.
She asking a real question.
No, I'm saying that's kind of a question.
Based on my personal experience,
Yeah.
maybe it might vary around the room. But every woman that I've encountered who has been put in a leadership position of her relationship has resented the fact that she's been put in a leadership position and that she has to lead a man and will ultimately lead you right to the end of that relationship.
Damn.
So can I say something? My
7285.
That nigga
like my
cold
dad,
out here. You hear
my
me?
mom tells him what to do.
Smart brother, cold
So
with that shit.
she she leads him. You know what I'm saying? Because women, at the end of the day, we think, a little bit more logically than men where they're in their feelings. So my mom tells my dad what to do, and he does it.
Did you say you think more logically than men when in their feelings?
When men, okay, I'm not saying in the moment, But when men are upset, you guys don't think that well. Like you guys don't. What you got? Yeah.
Hey, I do my best.
That's okay.
I do my best.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you guys hold a lot of emotions in. Because
We
you
have
don't
to
show a lot of emotions like women do. Like we.
But you understand we have to.
No, I'm not saying you don't.
But
I mean, you
but
have to,
but you know no you do.
Wait, why do you have to?
You have to.
You don't have to, bro.
Why do you have
ready?
to?
You ready to hear the truth?
Yeah.
You
Shout
have
out
to.
the truth.
You have to, because that's part of being a man. Part of being a man is shutting the fuck up sometimes and not putting your problems on people that can't handle that shit. Part of being a man is sometimes understanding that
How
your
do you know
pain.
that the person can't handle it though?
But part of being a man is protecting people, and protecting people sometimes is shutting up about certain things. If you know that it's gonna make their life harder, their day harder, or more stress on them, sometimes you just hold it because you know you can handle it. You know you can get over it, and they can't. You know what I'm saying?
But
that's part of being a man. You know what I'm saying? It's sacrifice.
Uh-huh.
That's what I've always been taught. You know what I'm saying? It's sometimes you have to jump in front of everything to protect the people around you.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what it be. They might never hear about it. They might never know about it. And you got to swallow that shit.
But I have a question.
That shit is heavy. But you supposed to be strong enough to handle it physically.
What has a woman been taught?
Let me ask Mel a question though.
You
have a man. Yes?
I ain't the one.
Yes.
Hold on. Somebody broke. Do y'all live together?
Yes.
Okay. Somebody broke into your house, right? You hear a loud thump in the middle of the night. Who goes to investigate that thump? You or him?
My man.
What if he doesn't want to go?
He don't got a choice.
All right.
That's right. So that's part of. But what has a woman been taught? What has a woman been taught?
You a woman. You tell us.
Like you should be.
That the man is supposed to do X, Y, and Z. I can listen out what I've been taught. It may not be anything that you all have agree with now, because I see that now our age, we are coming into enlightenment of who we are and what we really want to do. Right, I know that. So right, exactly. Because I have friends that we have these communications and talks about, what it is to be a wife, and they're burnt the fuck out about what it meant to be a wife and what they were taught.
Too many rules.
Too many rules, because we are all people. We are all people, and we all have emotions, which is up and down, vice, meaning women work now. Before they didn't. So our parents who taught us, our grandmothers who taught us, they didn't work. So it was all about kids, family, home, keep it all copacetic, right? Mm-hmm. But right now we working. We gotta love feelings and shit because the boss on some bullshit, and then now we gotta come home, feed the kid, feed the husband, put the kid, entertain the kid,
gotta swallow it.
The kid, gotta swallow it. But the man, because wait a minute now. I hear you. I know what you think, Kavina. I'm just trying to get out what I think.
Ring on my finger.
Ooh, Lord.
But it's not. I mean, you're the wife, true.
I got a ring on my
I'll
finger,
say this:
please.
you're the wife, true. But I'm saying when we talk about what we were raised on was the traditional man and woman, man and woman. I'm talking about what I was raised on. What I was raised on wasn't woman to woman.
Let me tell you right now.
I know that, and I'm not a disagreement.
Want to make a life with me.
I'm not disagreeing with what you're thinking or what you're saying. I'm just speaking on what I was raised on, which was man and woman. Okay, the woman was never allowed a chance to feel any type of way other than taking care of the family. Right. Okay, I'm not married. I'm just speaking on my friends who are raised upon the same principles. Mm-hmm. They're burnt the fuck out because we don't talk about people are people. Women have times where they're down. Men have times where they're down.
Amen.
But what it is that when we were raised upon the principles of what a wife was or what a wife should be within I guess the traditional, I don't know, women and men, the woman is not allowed to ever have a down day. Because kids gotta fucking eat, husband gotta fucking eat, and all that other shit, right? I hear what you're saying.
I ain't said a word, but you made the face I made.
But how far back are we gonna allow ourselves to
We not,
lie?
but you're not listening. But you're not listening, ma'am.
We're so far
Kavina,
past.
can you listen for a second? Because I said that's what we were, and everybody's coming to an enlightenment where they realize that shit is bullshit. Okay. Because I feel my feelings. You're not listening. I feel my feelings, and I'm fucking tired when I get home. Damn that motherfucking kids. Damn this husband that feel like he's entitled to getting a fucking break when I don't get one. And what I would say is, I've witnessed friendships, our friends that are married, and I fucking respect their relationship, whatever the dynamic is. I don't know the ins and outs. More specifically, Black and actually, I respect the fuck out of that shit because, like, bitch, because I don't want to do the dishes after I came back, you know what I'm saying, from doing my long day work.
You know what my break was? You know what my break was?
I respect that because it's a balance somehow, some way.
I gotta go downrange and get shot at to get a day off.
Nobody care about that.
What the See how fast she didn't care about your ass?
I want you to know, Tori. I want you to know something real quick.
Kavita, go ahead. I'm gonna get up out of here in a minute. Kavita, go ahead.
We gotta go because I'm gonna say this real quick. I paid child support for 10 years.
Nobody told you to go to the military.
God damn.
Look, I'm gonna do this and stand up a little halfway. Look at me. Before I ever washed the dish or changed a diaper,
why your ass in
I was
there?
paying child support for 10 years. So it's not about being a woman.
Yes, ma'am.
It's about putting in time and work and effort.
I'm confused.
Be confused because I pay child support.
What they gotta do with what we talking about?
It has to do with your expectations. You're expecting that a woman has to stay home and take care of them kids because a dude out there making the money and taking care of shit. Let me tell you something right now.
No government out here letting the nigga take the kids.
Let me tell you something real quick. I just want to tell everybody this right now. It don't matter. It don't matter.
Kavita, hold on. Sorry, Kavita. Tori, do you have kids?
No.
Oh, this will never go nowhere.
Thank you.
So look, this will never go nowhere. No, you don't have kids, Tori. She has 3 children.
Yeah, so why you arguing with me when I'm talking about
arguing, baby? I love you, Tori. You know I fuck with you.
You'll never understand her,
and I'm not. The thing is, I'm not trying to understand her because I don't live her life at all.
We were both in the military at one point.
The military doesn't make my life.
No, Tori, this thing. Right now you're tipsy, boo. And you'll never understand.
Am I?
Oh, yes.
That's
no. She has kids, right? So when you're, look, I'm not trying to clown you or nothing. She has kids.
Oh, you kind of trying me? He trying to clown me.
You'll never understand the struggle.
I understand.
Oh no, you don't. Of what it is that
I respect it.
Okay, listen. I agree. I agree with you'll never understand the struggle, but I do understand her saying how the expectations of a woman, because she did say her friends, like she can only speak from the experience of her friends and how they say that, you know. So she never says she can speak from herself. So and I agree because that's how exactly what she said is how I feel every day.
Before we got to this point, Tori was in the middle of making a point. Yeah, and then went all the way left.
I remember that.
Tori, can you finish making that point, please?
Bitch, you know what? My name is Tori, and I don't remember my point.
Tori, can you finish making that point?
Let me do this real quick. Let's change the weather. Amen. Hallelujah. It's your boy DJ Ball. Hey, check this out. I got a question. We're gonna go out the room. We're gonna go around the circle with it. You ready? Amen. Ibaba Sheha. Hey, look, Elsie, I'm gonna start with you real quick. I'm gonna go to everybody in the room. I just want y'all to think about this for a second.
Wait, his name was a cootie because if y'all haven't watched Genius with Kanye West, the name of the guy was Cootie. Okay.
You sound like
you Cootie?
You sound like a girl on TV.
I love Kanye.
What's up?
Hey, so look, this is my question I want to post to everybody.
You love Kanye, Kavita?
Hell yeah.
I want to. You know what? I want to say this though, because a lot of y'all are here. A lot of y'all are here have a mate. So if y'all don't feel comfortable answering this question, don't answer the question. But y'all already have a mate. But I want to ask this question: what is your ideal mate? Like, explain them, like, from physical to mental and everything, like spirituality. Like, just give me a quick rundown.
That's a lot. So everybody gonna get 1 minute.
What is your ideal? Everybody get 1 minute to describe it.
All right, we about to go.
What is your ideal mate? Matter of fact, because people are in relationships, let's do this. Ideal mate doesn't have to be a relationship. It could be a best friend. What is your ideal mate? The person you want to be with every day of your life.
I want to be with somebody intelligent, somebody funny, somebody that has a good soul, good vibe, like good energy all around. Somebody that's charismatic, someone that's honestly a good person overall, and who's fly, who can dress.
That dress shit matter.
Next person.
Because you know we gotta be stepping out together, baby.
My ideal mate.
Jason, ideal mate.
Volume.
I can't hear him.
My ideal mate would be somebody who's funny, outgoing, intelligent. If we're gonna talk physical, I like dark skin. I'm an ass dude, and I don't really give a shit about a boob job or whatever. Yeah, you know, long walks on the beach, puppies, all that. Nah, but seriously though, somebody that's outgoing, funny, intelligent, that is not necessarily masculine, but does. I don't like masculine women. I will put that out in the forefront, but still has the wherewithal to challenge me in a feminine manner, because nobody's always right, myself included. So, sure, fine. My ass be wrong. Fine. My ass be wrong. Sure, we'll take that. But if my ass be wrong, somebody that can call me, somebody that's not drunk, ideally, and is able to call me on my shit, you know, in a way that I would hear it. So, all right.
Hey, your description, hey, for whatever reason, I don't know why, but when you was describing your woman, I was picturing a black woman for some reason.
Period.
Am I crazy?
Yeah.
That's probably what it was. It was the dark skinned woman shit. Well, go ahead. I thought I said something smart, but I didn't. Go ahead.
Yeah.
He clearly said I like him dark as a
Well, he's drunk and I'm not been drinking Red Bull.
I was like, but look, outside of what you said, everything else did. For some reason, it just sound like a black woman to me. For some reason,
Yeah.
Oh, who's on? Ideal mate.
Next.
James, let's get this money.
This is the thing. I feel like it's a little different because I'm gay.
That's all good. Mate.
And this is what I think, because like certain gay men like feminine men, certain gay men like masculine men. I like masculine men. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like feminine. I'm not attracted to them. Nothing against y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's just not my preference. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. So like my ideal.
You ain't it, nigga.
Right? No. Right. No. Not at all.
It's swept up, but okay, go ahead.
And the thing that sucks about me too, because most gay men are like feminine. It's like all I want to be girls.
No, I love you.
You know what I mean? And that sucks. It sucks. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to be a bottom.
The gay women.
You know what I'm saying?
Ma'am.
Like stop and think about it. Like everybody, and like for me, it's hard, but it's easy. Yeah, it's hard, but it's easy. Like most gay men are soft and weak and bitches. Damn. You know what I'm saying? Like they're so
I don't like how you say
you know what I'm saying? Like no shit.
You
like,
can say that.
Hold on. Shout out to feminine men. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not. That's not
He
me.
like masculine
like
men. He's
I'm a man that likes men. You know what I'm saying?
True definition.
Hold on. I'm a gay man. You'll never see me walking around in like no bitch ass shit, no crop tops, no bullshit, no nothing like that, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like me and my nigga, like let's ball together, let's slapbox together, like be a man. Yes, you should have a dick in between your legs, like you know what I'm saying? Like be a nigga. You know what I mean? Like it's okay to be a gay man. You know what I'm saying? But like all that feminine shit, like it's not my thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this is the thing. I like men that are men. Like
Have you ever come into a position where you found a man that was manly?
My
and they
nigga.
said,
My
you know what I'm saying? Right now, you know what I'm saying? Like I like him. You know what I'm saying? Because like, at the end of the day, like I'm a man. I have a daughter. You know what I'm saying? I'm like I'm tapped into reality. Like you're still a man. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to act like that. You don't have to change your voice. You don't have to switch. You don't have to do none of that shit.
So the guy you with now is your ideal mate.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Oh yeah.
That's
So what
nice.
are the traits?
Yeah.
What are the ideal traits of your partner that make him ideal?
So my dude, like he's like down to earth. You know what I'm saying? He's my everyday guy. You know what I'm saying? Like I go for men that are like regular.
Okay.
Like down to earth. I have a lot of men that try to put on the show, like trying to wine and dine me and this, that, and the third. Like that's cool temporarily, but like I gotta fuck with you every day. I gotta talk to you every day. I gotta look ugly sometimes every day. You know what I'm saying? Like just be regular.
We had a show called Naked Conversations.
Damn,
The philosophy behind it was you ever had sex with somebody and then after the sex it feels different. The conversation ain't the same. You know what I'm saying?
So look,
if you can have the same conversation before the sex as the naked conversation, then that's a different vibe.
I know
you know what I'm
because
saying?
it's the same with bitches. You know what I'm saying? After you nut,
you know.
The Japanese have a word for it. I don't want to fuck it up, but I remembered it at some point.
I'm black and Chinese. I'm not Japanese.
Fuck it up.
You black and Chinese?
And the word means moment of wisdom. It's when, after you come, the word means moment of wisdom.
Yes,
and that's when you actually think the clearest.
Okay, so look, that moment of wisdom, that you're talking about, that defines if that person's for you or
it's
not.
for real or not.
Like, let's be real. Before we're married and in a relationship, like we've all had our one night stands, bullshit, whatever.
No, we have not.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, well, if you didn't, you don't want to admit it right now, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But this thing, like we've all been there and done that. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times after, like before, like relationship and marriage like that, like I've slept with guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I've had that one night stand, and afterwards I'm like, ugh.
Wasn't worth it.
Like, why do that?
You caught a body. You caught a body.
Exactly.
It's like an empty calorie. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Like, why?
Not an empty calorie.
Like, why do that? That was pointless.
No nutritional value.
I could have saved that nut.
Yeah.
That 30 minutes of. I could have given it to somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I really could have given it to somebody else because I'm popping. You know what I mean? But this is the thing. Like after we done that, you know what I'm saying? It's like, why did we do that? You know what I'm saying? Like we could have done that with somebody more substantial that held more substance. You know what I'm saying? Like instead of like just a waste of a time. But that comes with maturity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As you mature, like you realize like I don't want to waste my energy or that time on that person.
Yeah, that's just something.
You know
Me and Tori always use the term
Emotional
emotional maturity.
And
it comes when you get older, you realize that like sex ain't the same no more when you get older. You know what I'm saying? You gotta actually like the motherfucker. And you be like, damn, I don't really like her. And the cat don't meow the same when you don't like a motherfucker. Just like that. But now, so Mel, real quick, are you comfortable answering this question? What's your ideal mate?
Ideal man, yeah. So my ideal man or partner would be somebody who's smart, ambitious, outgoing, adventurous, spontaneous, somebody who's gonna challenge me.
That list alone, baby.
You know, I mean, shit. I got.
You gotta be challenged.
Keep going.
I want my expectations to be there. So somebody, and if you're thinking physical, then I would say somebody who's well groomed, who cares about their appearance, somebody who cares about the way that they're good hygiene, things like that. Like. Those are my calls.
Everything Mel said.
Yeah.
Everything Mel said.
Ashley
is on you.
My ideal is number one is you don't care about what other people think about you.
Yes.
That's number one for me. Because I want you to be able to be you wherever the fuck we go.
Right.
So that's number one. Number two is keep your breath fresh.
Period.
Breath is fresh.
That orange Listerine.
Is it a particular reason why that is like? Because that's like the second shit you named.
No, I haven't, because my man don't ever have bad breath.
There it goes.
Teeth are so beautiful.
There it goes.
I want to say your teeth are so beautiful. Don't ever change them. Don't get no veneers. I fucking love them.
Yeah,
and I look at those.
Being smart for sure. And hygiene.
Yeah.
Hygiene.
Yeah.
Always be fresh. Smell good. I love it when I smell cologne. Like, I love that. Like, I love you walk past me and I smell
cologne make me forget what I was talking about.
Right?
Cologne be like,
get that hug.
Huh?
Let me get my hug.
Yeah, like all that.
No, not a hug ass nigga. No.
Nah, you have her saying it. What my hug at? You ain't give me my hug yet. I gave you 2 hugs, motherfucker.
Where my hug?
It's your 3rd hug.
Go ahead, Ash.
And that's pretty much it. Just be strong in who you are. Be able to be you and not care what I think, what they think. I just love a man who can really just be them and not care what I think. Because some men are in relationships and they're so in love with their mate that they don't even want to show them the real them.
They do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Don't be fake for me, baby.
Yeah, don't be fake for me.
Show me.
A lot of men are like that though.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of like low key.
But that's that pressure, man. Like, I know we got to get out of here, man, but I wanted to really talk about something tonight, man. And it was that pressure, basically. I'm calling it. I've been coming up with a thesis on it, and I'm calling it male guilt.
Oh yeah.
And I wanted to talk about it, but I know it's gonna get too deep. But
nah, let's go there.
Oh my gosh, Jason!
We gotta get out of here. But basically, I was talking about the thesis in which, like, y'all ever heard of white guilt?
Yeah, I have.
Basically, it's like white people in America that's like really good people. Like they not really racist. They got good heart. Like it's actually good white people. I know it's hard for some people. White. They feel bad. They feel guilty because the people that look like them did horrible shit and doing horrible shit. Mm-hmm. So they develop this self-consciousness. You know what I'm saying? I feel like as a man, I've been sitting back watching women get sexually assaulted, getting raped, getting molested. You know what I'm saying? Like I've watched males do terrible shit to women, and I ain't never been like that. You know what I'm saying? But as a man, like for women to feel like they got to go to the bathroom together in pairs and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like to just not feel protected around us, to not feel safe around us. And for me to be a black man, you know what I'm saying? That's like double dangerous for some people. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean though? So it's like I'm developing this self-consciousness. You know, like I was talking to one of my homegirls one day and we went to like say goodbye and I gave her like a side hug. She's like, damn. You know what I'm saying? I went to get somebody some dap one time. They was like, damn. But in my mind, I'm like, I don't want you to feel unsafe. Right. Even though, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel it. I don't want you to, you know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know. It get deeper than that.
That's so true. That is so true.
So next week on In the Cut Live. Nah, we got to get out of here.
Because in the situations where I was leaving the gym, right? Yeah. And I'm, there at night, and we park in this parking structures, parking garage. Mm-hmm. And I'll walk like intentionally 20 paces behind this. Mm-hmm. Like if it's a female.
Because you feel some type of way.
Yeah.
You want to give her space.
She might walk slow as turtle shit. And I'm really just not even walking. I'm standing here bullshitting.
But now you look creepier, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to keep my distance to show that like I'm not, pressing.
Oh, you are?
Yes.
Yeah.
Trying to, whatever.
Yeah.
I want to hear that.
I'm like that with straight men.
You who?
I'm like that with straight men.
Yeah.
Because you don't want them to feel no type of way.
Being a gay man, right? And I know that straight men have a stigma of gay men wanting to win. We do not want y'all at all. Like, when I tell you not even a little bit, not even a little bit. So, like, I'm a hairstylist. Obviously, I do male hair, a lot of male hair. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I make sure it's always general conversation. Yeah. Never too much eye contact. Like, I'm always, what's up, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like,
overdo it.
No, hold on, I don't overdo it, but it's a respect thing. Right. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, because this is the thing. I don't want a gay man thinking for a moment that I want him or that I'm interested in him or anything like that. Right. When most of the time it's actually the other way around. You get what I'm saying? It is. No, it is. It is. Most of the time it's the other way around. Like a straight man or a alleged straight man wants me. You get what I'm saying? But I don't want them. You get what I'm saying? So I tread lightly. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Because this is the thing. Like if you was coming to get a fade from me, right? And you know that I'm gay and I'm a barber, right? I'm a keep it like, what's up, bro? You get what I'm saying? Like it's just general conversation. I'm not gonna talk to you about no gay shit, no nothing. You get what I'm saying? You're coming to get a fade. You're coming to get a taper. You're coming to get that fresh, crisp lineup, and that's it. You get what I'm saying? But like I'm like that with straight men. You get what I'm saying? But I feel like I have to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because hold on, I do. You know what I mean? Because I'm not gonna get on the phone with one of our homegirls and talk about fucking niggas and shit like that because it's gonna make you feel funny. You know what I'm saying? It is, especially the type of conversations that I have. It's gonna make you feel weird. You know what I'm saying? So this is the thing. When you're coming to get your haircut, I'm gonna respect you. I'm gonna respect your heterosexuality. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna talk about no gay shit. Mm-hmm. We're gonna talk about these motherfucking them Raiders and them Padres and them, and them Chargers and them Niners and them Cowgirls.
Hey, but you see what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to use the word overcompensate. All I was saying was you would adapt.
I would adapt.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm a chameleon.
I'm a black man, right? And the stigma on black people is that we don't tip, right? I'm a huge tipper, and I only do that.
Because
I ain't gonna say the overconfident, but I have that guilt. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Black people ain't gonna tip.
But you see me out doing this shit.
Yeah,
I do it because I be feeling like
they think we ain't.
I know these niggas didn't tip that I went. You know what I'm saying? I be looking at some people shit like this nigga leave $4, nigga.
$40 meal.
But you know what I'm saying?
Cash over here don't tip.
Cash you don't tip.
She one of the ones that give us that name.
Go with me. I got you. You know what I'm saying, Mom? But you get my point though.
Only walk away like they ain't do nothing anyway.
No, it ain't that I'm overcompensating.
For me to tip you, like
I
want to hear this. serious.
No, we'll get into that conversation, the male guilt conversation next weekend.
If you doing a good job, I will tip you very well. Very well.
I take your dollars off.
If I feel like, you know, I pay attention to service.
Right.
I always
the
do.
overall experience.
You know, if you go out of your way for us, you know, I just pay attention to it. And I already feel like me being black, going into restaurants, they already not going to treat me right. So I'm already just waiting on them not to treat me right. So I'm like, oh, you ain't getting a tip.
But it's like with you providing a service.
I know we gotta go.
I don't expect people to tip.
Right, with you
as a hairstylist,
providing a service.
as a hairstylist, I do not expect people to tip. I do not.
Okay.
I don't expect that. I don't.
You need consent.
Because at the end of the day, I did my service. What if you don't have a tip? What if you came to get your hair done by me, who I am already expensive?
And that's they last.
I'm already an expensive hairstylist.
Yeah.
You can't.
Are you? True.
No, I'm expensive as hell. I am.
Yes.
I am. You gonna pay for you literally
gonna pay for quality
You
service.
gonna pay for quality.
Right.
You're gonna pay for what you get from me.
Right.
At the end of the day. So if you stack up your bread to come and see me,
That's
and you don't need a tip,
that might be their last. Yeah.
I don't care, and I'm not gonna judge you ever. But if you give me a hard time in my chair,
I got you.
And you do all this extra shit, I expect a tip.
Yeah.
That's what I feel when if I got a waiter and I'm running them.
Yeah.
Then I feel super bad, especially if
and I'm gonna leave you a tip.
Rude and
you
shit.
feel me?
Like,
it's tip etiquette. You don't just leave people tips.
I go to the same spots over and over again, so I don't want to be known as the dude who
nigga
doesn't
don't tip. Thank you.
Right. Even if the service is shitty, I'll leave that tip, and that'll be the last time I go there. Okay. I will leave a tip, and I should never go back.
I won't.
But
What
look,
you got, James?
I work hard for my money. I'm not gonna just give it to you.
I mean, really
that.
gotta fuck it away for me to not tip you.
Hey, we gonna get out of here in a minute. Brittany Denise says that'll be a good conversation. I think she was talking about the category of the male guilt. Jasmine Rogers said, I'm glad I caught this. It was a great conversation. Hey, thank you guys for tuning in with us this week, man, in the Cut Live. Thank you so much, James, for coming. Hey, let me ask you a question before we get out of here. Is there any question that you wanted me to ask you that I did not ask you? Nothing at all. So you had a good time? You good?
What you got coming up?
Oh, anything, any events, anything like that you got coming? You want to talk about?
So April 24th, we have a brunch of bosses and baddies coming up.
April 24th.
Right? Tune it. Look on my page. Look on my Cut by James page, my James Tyler page, my Hair Mirror business page, my Hair Mirror extensions page. April 24th, we have what?
One word or underscores?
One word.
We'll get to it.
Right. Yep. And so we have a brunch coming up. Under Hair Mirror Business. It's amazing. We had a small business expo. It was amazing. You guys get your tickets at eventbrites.com. Yeah, that's it. April 24th.
April 24th.
A brunch of bosses and baddies.
Hey, before we get out of here real quick, let me say this real quick. Shout out to Jasmine Rogers. Shout out to Kenya Lee. She said great convo. Shout out to Heather Edwards. She said great convo. Thank y'all for staying with us because I know we stayed on kind of late. We gonna get out of here in a minute. Before we leave out, make sure that before we leave, y'all make sure y'all go to the comments afterwards. I want y'all to be able to tag all the shit, the bakery from today, all the stuff. Make sure you put all your posts in there. Anything y'all want to push, anything y'all want to, you know what I'm saying, talk about. Make sure y'all put it in the comments because people watch the show after the live. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all do that. So shout out to Indica Live. Thank you so much, Mel, for coming out and joining us.
I love you
today.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Bracing us with your presence.
Thanks, bitch.
And somebody ordered a whole bunch of pizza.
I did. Hey, we got the pizza.
Boss lady Ashley, we thank you so much for blessing us with your presence today. You guys came in, did a really good job today, and we just really thank y'all for hanging out this late with us. You know what I'm saying? Ronell in the building. Ronell, we gonna get out of here with you.
God gonna bless you.
God gonna bless you. Amen. Baba, say hi.
Well, put your face in the camera.
Smart brother.
Not our rabbi.
Smart brother. What can the people find?
Said God gonna bless you. Don't even trip.
Yeah. Oh, you said his lane.
All right, Jason, man, thank you so much for coming back another week, man, and joining us.
Hairxcash is my hair, y'all.
Tori, you want to say bye to everybody?
Hairxcash is my hair.
Where Tori?
You know what I'm saying? And I tipped her. I didn't even know she ain't want no tip.
I like Tori.
I get my $20 back.
No, bitch. You know why she should have tipped me? Because I squeezed your ass in.
She squads
That's
her.
why.
Do I need some more?
Squads
Do I need to tip some more? Because I seen some more. She calls me in.
Hey, thank y'all so much for joining us, man, in the Cut Live. We will be back next week. Like I said, we're going to continue the conversation with male guilt, and we're going to pick up from there. Hopefully some fun stuff happened this week with this barbershop salon feel, man. I love the vibes, man. Everything like that. So we out of here.
I don't even know. I do this. swooned me and it was good.